us in a short while from now, but we begin off with a small song by Mr. Amit Dubey. So please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Amit Dubey.
यहाँ पर उपस्थित और पूरे विश्व की सारी माताओं बहनों को समर्पित करता हूँ, क्योंकि वो हमारे लिए माँ, बहन, बेटी हर एक तरह से हमारे लिए हमेशा उपस्थित रहती है हमारे जीवन में। तो ये गाना उन सभी माताओं बहनों के लिए। दूसरा सॉन्ग कुछ ऐसे लोगों के लिए है जो अपनी खुशियाँ, अपने परिवार के साथ का समय, अपने जीवन के सारे महत्वपूर्ण समयों को छोड़कर हमारी सुरक्षा में हमेशा डटे रहते हैं। ये गाना उन पुलिस वालों के लिए है, उन आर्मी वालों के लिए है, उन नेवी वालों के लिए है जो किसी भी दुर्घटना में हर एक समय पर राष्ट्र के लिए सबसे पहले राष्ट्र की रक्षा के लिए जो खड़े होते हैं। मैं आपसे आशा करता हूं कि अगर इस गाने के लिरिक्स आपको पता है तो आप भी प्लीज मेरे साथ गाइए। मेरे प्यारे वतन बिछड़े चमन तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। है मेरे प्यारे वतन, है मेरे बिछड़े चमन तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। तेरे दामन से जो आए उल्लवाओं को सलाम, चूम लूं मैं उस जुबां को जिस पे आए तेरा नाम। सबसे प्यारी सुबह तेरी, सबसे रंगी तेरी शाम, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। माँ का दिल बन के कभी सीने से लग जाता है तू, और कभी नन्ही सी बेटी बन के याद आता है तू। जितना याद आता है मुझको उतना तड़पाता है तू, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। है मेरे प्यारे वतन, है मेरे बिछड़े चमन तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। छोड़ कर तेरी ज़मीं को दूर आ पहुँचे हैं हम, फिर भी है यही तमन्ना तेरे ज़र्रों की कसम। हम जहाँ पैदा हुए उस जगह ही निकले दम, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। Thank you.
Well, that was indeed a soulful and a melodious performance by Amit. Thank you, Amit. Proceeding further with the events, we had run a selfie contest on the topic of nation building #MyIndia, some time ago, and we received about 500 entries. And the organizers have picked up prizes for 3 of the entries. I'd like to announce their names and request them to please meet the organizers onto my left-hand side. The winner, the first prize goes to Mr. Jaydeep. Is he here in the audience? The first prize goes to Mr. Jaydeep. The second winner is Tanay Bokil. Mr. Tanay Bokil. And our third winner is Chirag Pantulia. Mr. Chirag Pantulia, is he here today? So I request Mr. Pratik Rajopatlay as the third winner. These 3 winners would be getting a chance to have a selfie with Mr. Doval after this Pradeep Bhargava, Director of Cummins India Limited, ex-chairman CII Western Region and a veteran in the industry. He has also worked extensively in social sector and nation building. Sir, we welcome you on stage. Mr. Pradeep Bhargava is taking some time. So meanwhile, I request Mrs. Aruna Katara, President, International Institute of Information Technology, to please address the audience. Please put your hands together to welcome Mrs. Katara and Mr. Bhargava.
Dignitaries in the audience and my student friends. It's been great pleasure, great honor, sense of pride that today we are collected here to interact with Mr. Ajit Doval. Whatever we say about Mr. Ajit Doval, we really needs no introduction. The small film that we saw was just a small capsule on what he has done in the last 40 years. I would call him as one of the prominent persons who has displayed, not just spoken about, not just written about, but who has actually displayed through his action of what it means to be nation building. So I can only say thank you to the organizers, and we are very proud and happy to be the host over here at ICIC to a very special talk on nation building. Talking about nation building, it was the year 2003, month of May, 28th of May, when we had our late Bharat Ratna, APJ Abdul Kalam, who had come here, who dedicated Y4D to the service of the nation. Dr. Kalam, he came here with a speech and he did not look at it, and he told us that you can look up my speech on my website, and I would like to interact with the students through my heart. And through his words, he actually spelled out a roadmap of what students can do for our country.
Level.
Speaking about nation building, I feel a little emotional here now. Our chairman, the founder chairman, Mr. Prahlad Chabri of the Innovates Group, and also of Hope Foundation, he passed away on the 5th of May. His main wish or aim or lakshya in life was to provide education, health and education. So he came to this country, he and his family came to this country pre-partition. He worked, his first salary was ₹10. He swept the floor, he paid water at 4 in the morning. He barely had any food to eat. But he, Prahlad Chabria, and his younger brother, Vishen Chabria, who is here with us, just worked. They did not look for an outcome, they did not look for any results, but they just kept working every day. And because of this work, we have reached a stage where there are more than 5,000 families who are connected with the Finalese group. We are privileged that we are part of a group who believes in CSR, and from the year 1979, when Hope Foundation was started, to give aid to the underprivileged in health and education. We personally believe that health and education are the two verticals that require the maximum amount of hours of work and as much attention as we can give. And whatever all of us do, it is just a drop in the ocean. So we live our chairman's dream, and nation building is a commitment that all of us in the ISO family and the Finalese Academy of Management and Technology in Ratnagiri have pledged a life to. FEMT is 20 years young under Mumbai Unit. The first engineering college in rural Ratnagiri in the rural Konkan region. We have made a study of the impact factor of an engineering college in Ratnagiri, of how it has impacted the socio-economic landscape of that small sleepy village. So thank you once again, and we look forward to interacting with Mr. Doval and the pledge that we make together. We work towards nation building. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure all the youngsters here will draw a lot of inspiration from the chairman's life. May I now request Mr. Abhishek Tiwari, film strategist Y4D, to please felicitate our guest, Mr. Pradeep Bhargava. President Y4D Foundation, to brief all of you about the foundation and its work.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's our pleasure to host Mr. Ajit Doval and you all in this program. This is the first meet of India Boy. Y4D Foundation that started around 3 years back when few youth in Pune thought that we can change this nation and society for better. We started with a small program like a registration, door-to-door outreach for and other small activities. And then a lot of people supported us. We thought to take this to next level and we registered as the NGO Youth for Y4D Foundation, which stands for Youth for Development and Youth for Democracy. We mainly focus in 3 areas. First is youth development, where we run multiple activities, which include support to startups, entrepreneurship, and youth trainings. There is a specific program for this called Young Thinker Series, where we run multiple sessions, quarterly sessions, where we call youth achievers to motivate youth, and there is a process where we will see a lot of youth leaders to come ahead and support us. There is a second focus area for Y4D Foundation, where we run specific programs for child and women rights. We also tie up with Samrastha Gurukulam, where we are running multiple creative initiatives to raise the funds. We have done 2 specific initiatives for Sports Day, and we are making competition. We have contributed chunk of amount for child education. Specifically for human rights, we are giving the policy input. From my personal experience, we come to know that there is a lot of problems specifically for pregnant women and infants. If you go to any mall or any restaurant, see there is no feeding rooms or places to sit for pregnant women. We are specifically targeting or making policy proposals to government within the size of specific size of restaurants and malls. There should be a mandatory feeding room and places for women to sit. Our third focus area is strengthening our institutions. We are specifically focusing on strengthening of democracy, where we are supporting students and youth specifically to voter registration and voter register system for disabled and elderly people. With all these initiatives we are taking, Y4D mission continuously ahead. We are taking Y4D mission continuously ahead. I will like to appeal you all to join us in this mission and take this mission to greater heights. Our today's event is an extension of our Young Thinker series, where our Young Thinker series was a small event where we are targeted like a youth, taking youth for 50 to 100 people, and we targeted them to motivate and create a new leadership. With the India First event, where we got advisors like Mr. Mr. Tiwari and Mr. Desai, they have suggested us to take this greater heights, and I am very happy that Mr. Doval accepted our invitation to come here and give share some experience to nation building. A lot of youths are here, basically students and taking. We will like to hear Mr. Ajit Doval and take some inspiration on how we can contribute to nation building. I will end my introduction of Y4D Foundation with thanks again to you all and appeal that you should join us so that we can take this mission to better heights. Thanks all.
Thank you, Mr. Nikam. That's a lot of noble work done by the Y4D Foundation. While we eagerly await Mr. Doval's arrival, since the crowd is almost here, let us have a look at a video which shows the work done by Doval.
अजीत डोभाल का जन्म 1945 में उत्तराखंड के पौड़ी गढ़वाल में एक घरवाली परिवार में हुआ। डोभाल ने प्रारंभिक शिक्षा अजमेर के मिलिट्री स्कूल से पूरी की। इसके बाद उन्होंने आगरा यूनिवर्सिटी से अर्थशास्त्र में MA किया और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट IAS की तैयारी में जुटे और कड़ी मेहनत के बल पर 1968 में IAS के लिए चुने गए। 80 के दशक में जिस समय देश के नॉर्थ ईस्ट के खूबसूरत राज्य मिजोरम में जब मिजो नेशनल फ्रंट केंद्र सरकार की नीतियों से खफा होकर देश के खिलाफ कई तरह की गतिविधियों में शामिल हुआ और इसके सूरत से अंडरग्राउंड हुई, तो डोभाल ने कूटनीतिक फैसला लेते हुए इस संगठन के आधे से ज्यादा टॉप कमांडो को संगठन से अलग कर दिया। टॉप कमांडो के अलग होने के बाद इस संगठन की कमर ही टूट गई। 1962 बैच के एयर कैडर के IAS अफसर डोभाल की उपलब्धियों में से कंधार कांड एक अहम पड़ाव, जब स्थिति से निपटने के लिए वो खुद काफी खतरनाक हालातों में पाकिस्तान गए। इसके अलावा कश्मीर के लिए उन्होंने कई खूंखार आतंकवादियों को ऊपर का रास्ता दिखाया। हाल ही में इराक में ISIS द्वारा 46 भारतीय नर्सों को रखने बनाए जाने का पीएम मोदी ने अजीत डोभाल को सीक्रेट मिशन पर इराक भेजा। डोभाल एक बार फिर कामयाब रहे और सभी 46 भारतीय नर्सों की सुरक्षित वापसी करवाने में कामयाब रहे। साल 2005 में इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो के निरीक्षक के पद से रिटायर होने के बाद साल 2009 से वो विवेकानंद इंटरनेशनल फाउंडेशन नाम के संगठन को चला रहे हैं।
पाकिस्तान में सोचा है उसकी जो मिल पावर है कि वो कहेगा कि अगर हमारे को हम सब डिस्ट्रक्शन हो गए हम कराए दिया है तो हमारे पास देखिए रहेगा हम मुद्देबाद के लिए तैयार है। अगर इनका करने से बाद या इससे बात की हमारे को रिटर्न नहीं किया। अगर हिंदुस्तान की बात बनाने ये भी ब्लॉक है पाकिस्तान किसी भी मुद्दे पर के बाद पाकिस्तान राष्ट्र नहीं रहेगा, भारत नहीं रहेगा। अगर कुछ नुकसान हुआ भी तो जितने बढ़ेंगे वो दिल्ली से आगे अपनी सोच साथ ले जा सकते हैं। भारत की हिंदी अफगानिस्तान से शायद सत्य भी हमारे पक्ष था, लेकिन शक्ति होना चाहती। इसलिए इतिहास में हमें उसकी सजा दी। इतिहास में हमेशा उनको सजा दी जिन्होंने विचारों को कर्म से और न्याय को सत्य से अधिक महत्व दिया। अब मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं उसको उसकी तिरंगी कर देंगे, ये नहीं है कि न्याय का अपना महत्व नहीं, लेकिन जब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हो तो शक्तिशाली बनना ज्यादा आवश्यक है। छोटी सी घटना बताते हैं, इसलिए किसी आधार में जाने के लिए ऐसा हुआ कि वहां पर एक गांव के अंदर में बड़ी भारी ऑडिया की एक बाजार है, वहां तो मैं एक मुस्लिम उसमें रहता था और उसके साथ रहता था, तो वहां गुजर रहा था और पहले आया और मस्जिद से वापस आया तो एक आदमी जो बैठा हुआ है, बड़ी आकर्षक उसका व्यक्तित्व था, बड़ी सफेद उसने पूछा, उसने कहा मैंने कहा आपको कहने उसने कहा आपको कान छेदे, अब पता नहीं बचपन में हमारे कि कान को छेदने की कान लेना वो होता है एक वो अपने साथ लोगों की लोगों की नाम मेरे कहने लोगों की, तो मैंने कहा ये है मैं जब पैदा हुआ था मेरे को बात कर उसने तो बात नहीं, उसने कहा कि इसकी प्लास्टिक सर्जरी करवाऊँ इस तरह से होगा नहीं, क्या वो मैंने करवा लिया, इसके बारे में भी नहीं का मौका भी देते, लेकिन मैंने ये बताया इतनी सूखी दृष्टि और इतना नहीं मैंने उसने कहा देखो पता नहीं कैसा क्यों कहा, मैंने कहा उसे क्यों कभी और उसने कहा कि मेरा साथ मैं यहाँ पर किसी तरह से कर देता, मुझको बहुत खुशी होती है आप लोगों को देखता, लेकिन मैंने भी अपना ट्विस्ट बदलावा, लेकिन देखो इस कमरे के अंदर ट्विस्ट करना है, उसके अंदर में एक शिवजी की दुर्गा की फोटो है, उसे कर दो नहीं, लेकिन वहां जाके मस्जिद के अंदर सब लोगों को यहाँ एक रिस्पेक्टेड पूरे बातों को वो समझ रिलीजियस मैन वो करते हैं। ये एक छोटी सी घटना है, लेकिन बड़ी मेरे को कभी मेरी इच्छा कि मैं आपको मदद कर सकता है। Once they know that India has shifted its gear from defensive mode to defensive offense, they will find that to be unaffordable for them. You can do one more money, you will be brilliant.
ऑप्शन ऐसा दी स्टेटस कैमरा काका जर फॉर्मॅटिंगचं ऑप्शन कुठे येईल मेमरी कार्ड काका सर्टिफिकेट हो हो.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to inform that we have amongst us today Mr. Anil Shirole, Member of the Parliament of Pune. I request Shirole to please come up on stage. I request Mr. Shalini to please welcome him.
Road certificate, display picture profile status
I now like to call upon
status
camera
profile
advisor Y4D to please come up on stage and bring us around the
memory card लेटेस्टसाठी काही ऑप्शन नाही.
Good evening. I know all of you are eagerly awaiting
प्रोफाईल
very
एवढीच येते बहुतेक.
So we just checked, we have reached Bhavya. So we should be here in 10 minutes. I think your team underestimated the traffic instrument. Which we can use to connect a lot of people who are interested in finding ways and means to contribute towards nation building. And when we thought, how do we launch a platform like this? We wanted to reach out to people who have contributed to nation building. And the biggest name that we could think of is a man himself. We all know he spent countless years in anonymity, working for a country. You know, when I meet him and when I talk to him, he reminds me of a quote that I heard from somebody say, a patriot does not need a government to work in defend its country. Mr. Doval exemplifies that part of the process. And this platform that we are launching is to create that. Is to create a platform where each one of us, we don't need a political party, we don't need a specific government, we need us to think about this country and see how we can make this country better place. You know, it could be in a small way of following rules, it could be in helping somebody who is right next door, getting a job, it could be in ensuring that the system becomes better, it could be in ensuring that the policies improve, it could be in ensuring that the strategy for the water conservation changes, maybe ensuring that the economic rate increases, how do we leverage technology, how do we leverage, and I know the new government is doing a lot of things, and I'm glad that we are launching newer ways of technology-led development in this country. So this platform becomes a way for you to connect, or a way for you to share, and for also to make a difference. Because we don't want to be just a unique platform. In a lot of times we are running a unique platform where we have thought process and policies and we will just be influencer. We deliberated this quite a lot and we realized that we don't want to be just a unique platform. We really want to be a platform where we could think about it and then we can go out and do an action to make a difference in the society around us. That's the idea, and we are really keen. We ran a contest saying, you want to take a selfie with Mr. Doval, you can share your thoughts and ideas about what you have done for the country. And we had some very interesting, I think we had like 500 videos on Facebook, where people submitted their response in terms of what they have done for the country. The shortlisted few of them we just announced. It was more than the selfie. The idea was for everyone who is coming here to listen to him to think about how do you go back today and think about making this country a little better than it was yesterday. And that could be in any capacity. You don't have to be a political person, you don't have to be an NGO person, you don't have to be an industrialist, you don't have to be anybody. You can just be yourself and find ways and means to continue to make this world, to this country a better place. We are extremely passionate about it. We have a large team. We have started to launch various chapters in different cities in Maharashtra. And our ambitions are to take this pan-India. We would love this foundation to be a pan-India presence where we can create this chapter in every city in this country. Maybe have an NR chapter outside India where we can connect people who want to make this country better. You know, a lot of people are techniques who might go outside India, and when you go out, and I'm having a technique, I carry a part of India inside me when I go outside. And every day you get up and you check the newspaper, you're wondering what's happening back home. In this platform, using this platform, we can actually look at ways and means to contribute, both in terms of thought and also in terms of action. And these actions do not have to be limited to an existing activity that we do. It can be something that we can contribute. So if you want to create something, for example, you're talking with someone who says, can we create an environment for urban poor? And we just had a discussion with journalist about what can be done. And he was very positive about it, saying, maybe we should think about how to create an environment for urban poor. Because a lot of people have basic skills, but because of lack of English language or something which is missing, they are not able to get a better paying jobs. And maybe they can be an entrepreneur, maybe they can get more jobs. So we need to think about how we contribute to this. So this was not part of our foundation charter to do this. But we realized that if somebody is passionate, we will provide a forum, we will provide a platform. So if you find this and you want to be a part of this, you can come up with something that will make a difference to this country. We evaluate and we have a board which looks at all of this and take a call and yes, this is worth doing for the country and we will do it. So we want to make sure that we are making a positive difference. I know there are a lot of things which doesn't work in our country. Traffic, roads. I used to be in HIA for 2 years and fighting for road creation and a whole bunch of things. We have come a long way and still I know a lot of things are not there. But we will have to make this a better place. There is nobody else will do that. This was the part with which the Doval team started this. That we know that we are not perfect, this country is not perfect, this society is not perfect, but we make it perfect. And I really like it. I have come on board 6-7 months ago. They have been guided by a lot of people prior to me, and I have joined as one of the persons that are trying to see how we can make this a pan-India movement. And we really hope that next year or so, maybe we will have many such events. We will also have real impact where we can connect a lot of you on this platform and see we can bring about a change in the society. So that's pretty much what I have to share, and I think we are very close. We should be given any minute. So I would like to close with this one thought that this is a beginning. This is not an event. Don't look at this as an event being produced. We are not an event management company or a foundation. This is just a beginning, create a platform where we can bring people together. If we have more and more people who can think about making this country a better place, I'm sure we will be able to make at least a small number of difference. Even if there is a small difference, this will be more than what it was yesterday. So I'm very hopeful that we will do well. And looking forward to, and we have put details about our Facebook, our Twitter handles. If you would like to be associated, please go there, drop a note, connect with us through WhatsApp or missed calls. We publish those numbers and we will have some reach out to you. There are various ways, as I said, you can be a volunteer, you can bring an idea, you can be a propagator of an idea. So various roles that we have in the foundation to see how we can make a difference in the society. With that, I'm handing over to Ajit, and we will go to the next step. Right?
Thank you, sir. And I'm sure by the end of this day, number of people here plans to get associated with your foundation. The chief guest will be arriving any moment. while we await Ajit's arrival. And if this honor you, please put your mobile phones on silent mode. I request people in the audience not to move around and reliably insert. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Shweta.
काय लाईट देते म्हणा.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Thank you, Mr. Nizam, and thank you, ma'am. I now request Mr. Pradeep Rajwa sir to please say a few words about Ajit.
Mr. Ajit Doval, young friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have been given the task of trying to introduce our chief guest. It's so difficult to introduce somebody who is so known to all of you. Sir, everybody here has come here to hear you. Less about hear about you, more hear you. So I'll be very brief in this. Your words, your commitment, your passion is known. And we also know that a lot of things that you do is not in the public domain. So people get to know a few things, but whatever you come to know is amazing. In like a way, you're like a main course for which people are waiting, but with every main course there's an appetizer starter. So I'll just try and make a very brief starter for the main course that's coming. And let me also start with, once you get in the right domain, you just asking what the Y4D stands for. Is Youth for Development. Now here's this IT hub, educational institution, youngsters, largely from the thing, who are going to discuss today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. And who have been want to introduce something not only yesterday but a day before yesterday. Genuine grey hair, and I'm here trying to get to talk about, but actually it's sometimes important to dig into the past, rewind and replay, so at least you youngsters will learn from us what you should not be doing. Having talked about this, let me come to the main
theme, our chief guest will be giving an interacting with all of us, asking what your aspirations are and what the nation building you can play. I just want to leave two thoughts here. And this is something which I'm saying in the context of what Y4D stands for, and so what you do and your institution and your journey will be all about. First of all, and I'm saying this including myself, who are the us who are in this world, or people like us who are there, who are somewhat fortunate, lucky, born in the right family, got the right education, somehow start believing wrongly that our job is to take care of ourselves, society, environment, nation building, equity, samaj, growth, is something that the government is supposed to do. You use your IT technology, you can outsource all this to the government, as though government is one big BPO, to whom you outsource the responsibility of trying to solve the nation building. I think it's राष्ट्र निर्माण को गवर्नमेंट की स्पीड अप में नहीं जो राष्ट्र निर्माण को सबको करना है. So the whole concept of us not identifying the nation building is one of the biggest fallacies. I think we just need to acknowledge government can be a facilitator, we need to perform. Government can set the stage, we need to come on the stage. Government can create the hardware, we guys need to do the software. Government can create pipelines, we need to put in our role. I think the most important point, which I think Y4D has captured very well, हमारी भी कुछ जिम्मेदारी है, हमारा भी कुछ इसमें करने का बनता है. So that's one aspect that I think whole lot of should do. We are part of the mainstream. The second concept, which is quite again problem, and I'm not talking because I'm being critical about it. I think whole lot of us are privileged seems to make a difference. Don't seem to make a difference between what we do for a living and what we do for life. We get so consumed by doing what we do for a living that जिंदगी का मतलब हो जाते हैं. Give it a moment, किसी भी शोक सभा में हम जाते हैं, उस समय ये नहीं सोचते हैं कि उसकी क्या बात करते हैं, उसकी क्या वैल्यू थी, उसकी वैल्यू की बातें करते हैं. What role it does, what car which it drives. Somehow we all got carried away with materialistic things about the whole things, and the final legacy that we create, what difference we make, why wasting our lives and only trying to do something for ourselves. Sounds strong, but that's precisely what we are doing. And I think this platform is one which is trying to sensitize, trying to make people realize, trying to mobilize, trying to channelize, and trying to energize a whole lot of beautiful people in the direction of nation building. Rashtra Nirman, last week, geography, nation is not a geography, nation is not a religion, nation is not a language. Nation is a spirit that drives us all together. So if that is what it is, I think all of us, young or old, need to be contributing in the cause, and I think it's a good installation. I was asked here to introduce you. Now, so as I said, it's good because what I want to talk about is that your career, and sir, so I don't want to repeat that, is something where you'll be able to completely identify a problem, separate the shaft from the grain. You've been able to solve complex problems into a solution. You've been a visionary. You have perhaps one of the very few civilians who've been awarded a Kennedy Chapter for valor and self-sacrifice away from the battlefield. Which is what gave me the biggest inspiration, sir. You command the respect, love from whole lot of us. Today you would be very grateful, sir, that you've given us this time and come and inspire us further. Put the software into a whole lot of new software techniques, people here, a whole lot of youngsters. We look forward to your contribution and your guidance. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhargav, Mr. Ajit, and all the friends who asked me must be a wonder of cosmic in case the people is so distant, can really help. आप लोगों का आवाज आ रही है? Well, friends, it is indeed a very great opportunity for me to visit this great historic city of the patriot, the city of Shivaji. I live in this city. I lived in the city 64 years back. And I lived in the cantonment of my father who posted as an army officer. And I carry very, very sweet memories of the people and the characters. Most of whom I have lost, I don't know where they are. But maybe they must have also forgotten about Palestine. Friends, thereafter I had occasion to come to Pune, America. And Pune had changed drastically. But so has it. In the last over 6 decades after our independence, we have changed a lot. All change is progress, but all progress is not change. Whenever we progress, you change from the state of one state of being to another state of being. But your another state of being can be a progress, can be a retardation. One is sure that you are not stagnant. And so it becomes necessary. In the life of nations, as of individuals, that they stop working for a while. They start pondering over the basics. Where we are, where we want to be. Whether changes are what are in consonance with their aspirations. Whether we are changing the way we are and we should, or are we changing in a way that we may. When you are in the thick of things, and whatever you are doing, you think that is the best thing that you do. And this is something which is good and good for you. It's only the advantage of hindsight which tells you that it was not so. When Pandit Nehru, the Kashmir culture in the United Nations, he thought it was best for him. Or when he had made 21, or when he declined the UN membership in 1953 and said no, China deserves it more and will support China's case when there is a total opposition in the world against China. He thought that what he was doing was best. It is not always. When you are living in contemporary, it is at times difficult to see and judge how the history is. There is another problem. What would be the objective and scientific criteria to this? As I said, we are changing after independence. Now we are in almost 7 decades or 60 years that we don't change. What would be the criteria like we could say that the nation has moved in a direction which is a positive, which is aspirational for us, which is good for us and is good for our country. So let me try to put a very small criteria. What is the criteria of how we are perceived by others? How the world looks at us today and how we look at others. This is what this is what we call as an authentic feedback. Churchill, before the independence, had said, I feel sick when the center of state talks about people. Well, India is a very equator. You can see from the map, but it does not exist in reality. Today, the Prime Minister Cabinet Commission is entirely contrary. This India is the most violent and violent country. He said, so to the Indian living in this 10 state. This is what he said. Let us look at it. John Foster Dulles was the Secretary of State in our time. Was extremely categorical. He said that Indians are involved, not Americans involved. I can never think it's a fake term. And so many reasons he said that India is the most untrustworthy country and they are the most stupid people. He called our Gandhi to reach their old age. That is the time when the conflict of Bangladesh was over. We have found out the time when the George Bush and Obama feel that India is the most vibrant modern democracy and the force for stability peace. George Bush invited India to remember the G20 and accepted it as the nuclear club, despite the fact that we were not or refused to sign the non-proliferation. India was the today, the entire world looks at India ready to go. And I'll tell you one other perspective. In 1953, the Chief of Intelligence of Pakistan was Doval. Kurban Ali wrote a document which is known as Kurban Ali document. He was an IT officer who had to see that postman in the intelligence bureau on partition data to Pakistan. Data became intelligence for data in the overall, but it is managed. In 1953, he said that India is an artificial creation which came together already in the common struggle against the nation. Its bargaining is immutable. And whenever that bargaining takes place, we will be the biggest stakeholder in that bargaining. I don't want to say some other things that ended up with that, why we will be the biggest stakeholder. But the fact that the people who probably decide with that bargaining will touch it, or at least the very today India is one. Today India is more divided than ever. Pakistan has been divided into two. And probably so India is if you look at it very dispassionately, if you look at it very objectively, you have that quite well. Today, as in 2016, India is perceived as a major emerging power. It is the fastest growing major economy. Its scientific power, technological power, which military capability are something that the world with all. But that is not important. What is important is that the China language is the question is, will China rise? When India is estimated to rise higher than India, the question is, will India be able to make or will India be able? Nobody doubts that if India has it will be beneficial for humanity, it will be beneficial for the world, it will bring peace and stability, it will strengthen the force of the world. And that is not the clear. That our eyes are going to go from the African countries. So Eastern Europe, probably most of our maybe future. What is the second thing? It is a macro aggregate that affect the common people. I will tell you, not many people probably, we have got a good sense of history, and I can tell you, who have got a great sense of history. In 1943, in United India, when the wheat growing Punjab, that known as Punjab at that time, constituted that in the greatest Pakistan, and the rice growing in East Pakistan were also powerful, and its combined population was 100 crore. There was a famine in Punjab. Having the support of one who must go and reach our garden in the world. Can you imagine how many people died in that time? As an official figure by the British, 40 lakh people died in our garden. There are 40,000. The earliest security line, the right to 30 lakh, and then the last mission which was just they put as high as 40 lakh. And many of them are talking to the computer. Today, India has 25 crore. The wheat growing in Punjab has gone as to Pakistan. The rice growing east has gone. India is able not only but 25 crore people is able to export and serve and just population of India was little more effective. Thousands of tons of food they will not waste. India has with the same land such huge population. India is concerned. And the entire East and many countries are taking as a business. Whether India will become the great and be able to provide the food security to the last of the world. So this is no easy. There is many guys. I don't want to go statistics that the literacy rate from 12% of 36 crore and it was 75% of 1.5. Or when only 1,500 villages were electrified in 1947. Today we have got 6 lakh villages electrified. And Prime Minister Modi promised that our main positive community and villages will be happy. Friends will never build a great wall. Nobody can build a great wall. You only put you only do one thing at a time and do that job. Nature building is not a process that takes place overnight. It is also an exothermic reaction. It generates lot of heat. So there are temperatures. They look uncertain. It appears that things are not under control and we might not be able to keep the country. But think of it. A country of India is diversity. Large number of languages and dialects. All the religions of the world. Ethnicities. Different
linguistic category. Despite that, that the country with an area of 2.2 million square kilometers, 15,000 kilometers of the land border, 70% of which is the nation not have very friendly villages, and both are equal. Both are, but we are able to cope with those. We have got a huge coastline. We have a huge border. The borders which are at hand and the most inhabitable areas. There are snow-clad mountains and there are there are lots of day in and day out our people are part of the body of this country. When the whole world is witnessing so much temperature and we are a focal point. We have suffered a lot about that. But still, if you look at it, that while the attempts made are many and large number, most of them, at least in the last year, have been fallen. They have not succeeded. The attempts being made is something which depends upon the intention and capabilities of our adversary. But it lies within our capacity to create a sense of excellence amongst our adversary and also provide a sense of security. Clearly, in almost the end of 2014, 46 hours for that were taken. But trapped when the ISIS took control of Libya. The war was going on. The Iraqi fighters were bombing that area and 46 of them were killed. The ISIS moves atrocities, disrespect for women, and the cruelty that become legion. It was a great challenge. And what would the plan of these are our sisters who are there. The Prime Minister that we should do everything and stay everything. After these are the people who have given their struggle. Do you know that of the 7 million and 70 lakh people who work in villages, they work in the most difficult conditions. They are getting $34 billion per year, which is almost over entire country. They are no people. They are continuing to we cannot forget them. And that's why the Prime Minister in this country. The first thing that he makes the point is that he goes to the area, the people hardly spend around 2% of their earnings on that. They spend everything in their own family. About $74 billion come to this country by this way. So in fact, that everything should be done, whatever the cost and whatever the rate. And India is the only country to rescue its girls, its nurses from or the Taliban attacked Burma for 28 days after the transition to war. Attacked Dr. Alexis and Jesuits released from Canada and took him as a hostage. After 8 months he was not alive and he came back. And joined the family. This is what we are trying to transform. We will not be helpless. So what is security matters what happens to you, but what matters more is how it is born. the country is up to the country. Our farmers, our soldiers, our workers, our common man, teachers, our professors, educational institutions, they are all in the staff. Sometimes they are there, most of the time they are not. Great country. This country today would not be bad, but for the country. And our biggest strength, our country, our youth, the youth culture. When the entire world changes, India is not going back. It is you who change the fate of this country. When you have got a faith, confidence, and a commitment to do what you think the country expects. It is important for us to prepare the future of our youth. But it is equally important that we prepare them for their future. And here that is happening, you are preparing yourself. You have to stand on the road and you have to do your own. Well, friends, all that I told you guys is not a task of action. It is a state. राज्य शक्ति और राष्ट्र शक्ति का थोड़ा ये सारी चीजें राष्ट्र शक्ति में भी भाग they are all part of the nation building process. But nation is much more than the state. The state must have a piece of land and the constitution, but a nation can stay without that. Jews constituted a nation for 2,000 years. Israel was a only you and I are alive at the subject of the state till we are alive. But we will remain members of the state till the history of the state. This country's nation is incomplete without the memories of Shivaji and Rama. They are the history. So when we make it and when we think of it, then do you have the right to is your identity go down with the identity of the nation? Or which you are? In 1947, Indian state became independent. It became a republic state of India. But the nation and states of outside still have been national. At this point, the biggest responsibility on the shoulders of the government, where the country has been responsible of this probably I find at least the recent months of years that we might have and it can be very funny that everything is looked much greater. Whether we can call the term as a comprehensive national power. The comprehensive national power is how powerful a country is depending on the basic of its military power, its economic power, its economic power, natural resources, its human capital, all these. But there is one component which is the most important. That is the national will. Rashtra Manobhal. And the national will comes with the identity of the people identifying themselves with their nation. The biggest challenge for us is to create that national. You can have everything, but you can lack it. When Soviet Union disintegrated, it got Bangladesh. It was one of the most powerful of the world. It also had a political power. It had all the political power which goes to make a very powerful state. It's a state of government which was controlled by the people. But the national war not fought. war or fought to crumble the national will of the country so that it can have peace and governance. So it is important that it is generally understood. When some people who have made no sacrifices for the country come on the streets or come on the streets and talking about fragmentation of India, Bharat it is not what is said in the party, it is how the rest of the society responds to that. When the rest of the society is a too spectator to that, just as a new meaning idea. It is not something that Shakespeare about. It means that not the point. When we talk about the negative, but we have got no pride in the positive. When everything that your ancestors have done, you are ashamed of. When your religion, your culture, civilization, your practices, your family, everything you are doing, you are positive about it. It means that the national is. Well, friend, one of the biggest things to do would be to have confidence in yourself. You know, as Swami Vivekananda used to say, पुराना धर्म कहता है नास्तिक वो है जो ईश्वर की नहीं मानता। नया धर्म कहता है नास्तिक वो है जो स्वयं में विश्वास करता है। India is great for each one of you to feel that your ancestors were great and for it. And if I am for it, I will be with 125 crore people, with a fire in their hearts, with a fire in their lives. And then I'm an old man now, and I've seen the shaping of this country post I tell you and take my word for that, India's time has come. The world is very nice. But some of our own countrymen refuse to recognize. Not only they refuse to recognize it, they will make all the people about themselves. They will prevent positive. If you have faith and trust in God, in your destiny, if you have got a bright in your past and a hope for the future, you know what you can change. What we can make of this nation, which is very good, one of acceptable great power, which is going to play much greater global dynamic. And this is not what I do. This is what, if you read the writing of both of the strategies, they are the different point. I don't know whether you heard of it. World War strategy. Thomas Lee, so many of them, in their assessments about the world they are held at 2025, India will work strong. We have not done anything. We are still able to sustain this economic right. We have got a technological capability and very good driver of the next 50 years at least will be the technology and the economy. And third will be the government. All three are in our favor. We have got the right of the youth. We have got the technological capability and the capability. Going for and I must say, we must be complimented the Prime Minister Modi. Today we can get import any technology and wait for another 2 months where we will be. Probably much all of national decisions will They generate that positive regard to you. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, whosoever you are, with an out and energy that we will change and change it for you. I am the one who will change. Each one of us start thinking like that, feeling like that, behaving like that, in their future. And it's small achievement. What is Swami Vivekananda? He did not realize Allah. He was not calibrated for it. He was able to create a spark. And wherever he got an opportunity, he created a spark. He tried to free this country from slavish mentality. And what is the slave mentality? There is an excellent book about the psyche of slaves. Slaves are not the one who are the weakest. Slaves have generally been more strong and powerful than the people who are enslaved. That's why they are working. But they have to row the boats from South America, from Spain's coast to the New World, or to work in the field. They were stronger, they were better, but they always thought that they were inferior. They were always apologetic about what belonged to them. And wherever they are there, whenever the spark has come, they are forwarded to the slave, and the slave has established the character. Even in India, we have a slave who can do their own style. They thought that the slave, how to do it? I have so we have got to get. That's what they say, India as a nation has kept its part. It was good that we have started building the process of state building, where nation building was being done more than the households and the informal institutions and others. But the spark of fire was everybody's heart. Every Indian feels very strongly. I will 100% what they did from young students, the old retired people, that was there for the time. What is that they did? Each one of them spread themselves, master of the craft. That is very one, and I can support with that. In different stages of history, the power belongs to different type of people. There were times when the biggest clan in power. Then came the time when the people who control largest land in power. Then came the time when the people who control the largest army. Then the people who are the big bad and strength in the navy. Then the people who control the production. Then the people who are the technology that we can control. In the coming time, the people who control the mind and hearts of the people will be the most powerful. If you can make me think, if you can make me think what is the best interest, you will be powerful. You will not have to colonize. If you can make your products here and the pride of your product, you exercise control over my life. If you can make me feel that this Western product, this Western value, this Western industry is something which is less problem, but I can still do it. The day you start thinking about it, liberate your mind from the shadows, take your own decision. You will not serve anybody else. And when your own interest is the interest of the people, that is not. See, a small story. Once in a ship, the changing pattern was going from Japan to the United States. He went to, and he said that I want to make steel. So he went to the fish company and he said, I want to make steel. He said, if Indians can make steel, I will have it for the breakfast. He felt very hurt. Naturally, he was going to ship from Japan to the United States and make his son from America. But who did it? Swami Vivekananda also traveling in Asia. He went on. and sealed a letter which Jamshedji Tata wrote to Vivekananda. He said, "You are the man who was not yet." He said, "That is first start. Also, the major issue that how they did the science in Bangalore. And after Jamshedji wrote to Vivekananda, can you become the first man?" He said, "I am but he finds so." And he created that back and made India, brought it down to steel back, and today the Tata Steel has been able to buy all the otherwise companies of the land. This is what you want. You need a solid to spark to tell you that yes, you can make it, you can do it. He did it. It is not solid. It is the changing paradigm. If you can spark millions of people who are much enslaved and much more obviously, probably 30 people in life, you can in the labor, if every event could be raised to its potential, nobody can stop this great country, and I'm sure that you will be able to. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was very inspiring. I have a questions that we have collected from online forums. We have volunteers in the audience. If anybody wants to ask a question, Abhay, Chetan, Pushkar. Alright, so can you just go to somebody right next to you? Okay. Right. I want to ask why we don't present. Hello.
Hello. Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
Hello. Why we don't conduct de-radicalization campaign, bring the misguided minorities into a mainstream throughout Bharat?
I don't know if I understood what you rightly. You are asking that what we are doing about de-radicalization. The question presumes that India's certain of our population is radicalized. First, we are different. I don't think that any segment of Indian population is really radicalized. There are few individuals who probably have fallen to some of this propaganda which they get to the social net or to the internet and get affected by it. India and Islam have been always a very inclusive Islam as evident. Forget about what is supposed to be, but in the pre-independence. See, Mughals banned slaughter of cow. There is no slaughter of cow. It is only the British law that the letter which you can write into the system of Dharamkali, where they said that you just make it like this and that may be one point that can be created. So I don't think that Indian Islam is an important. There is a tremendous amount of positions. It continues and it will. The question is that yes, how do we protect some of the people? Let us try to see what is the difference. One is of course the media, the social media, the internet and other, a greater vision, a greater on the part of people here who give their more profound ideas, more sagacious ideas, and tell them that this is not the case. Then also take responsibility, and it is being done, is to contact the Indian forever and make them realize the responsibility. And as you might be aware, differences might be on the question of both terrorism, extremism, Islamism, whether it is Jamaica, whether it is Sufi, Shweta, whether it is Pratik Jamal, I want to take long time to solve that. But everyone and each one of them is terrorist. There is no Jamaat in it. Forget about the Indian majority and the majority of the nation or those types of things. And there are people there. It is not a Jamaat and a Jamaat. And it's just a group of the people that take right and get it. But it was not something which had support. Even to the extent that they wanted to control the students, that the student Islamic movement of India, which was the front student body of the Jamaica Islamic. Jamaica Islamic expected and told them that Jamaica Islamic had allegiance, but we will not tolerate that. And then they created their own assembly, the student Islamic body. So God, let us see the thing in the right way. There is need also for us to send a message to every country that God suspect and think that everyone who believe in Islam or who follow Islam is a radical. Now, true. They are now trying their best. Just take example like here. There was some attempt by some people from the ISIS to build a network. A large number of people were victims. We kept moving forward. Very peacefully. We are calling them for a council. And we are doing the counseling, they come along with their and basically are telling the people in whose madrasa or following in the area, please do take their home, keep the watch of your handle, and it is something. I have the main point, 6 of them. They are having the biggest shelters. See the number of people who wanted to come there. It's a very small percentage of people who are considering the population here. But thousands of people from here.